Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna do another how to layer tutorial. In this case I'm gonna show you how to layer effects because it's something that you have been asking me a lot and it's something that is not really difficult to make, but you have to take care of some things because there is some people, I listen to some tracks that people just use one riser or one uplifter, and are the most generic ones that everybody is using. So you don't really want that. What you want is take different sounds, okay, and layer them together and make them sound as one, but at the end is something completely different. In my opinion, there are two main reasons why we use effects. Of course, the main one is the transitions, okay, to make better transitions. But apart from that, in my opinion, we have two reasons to use effects. The first one is to make it sound full. For example, in the breakdowns, we use them to make them sound fuller. We add downlifters and crashes to make to cover space. And the second reason is to give energy. Okay, we use effects on the build-up to start getting energy, and then on the drop, we use exhaust, crashes, downlifters to give a lot of energy to the drop. And what kind of sounds do we need to make an uplifter, a riser, or mainly one effect to make it sound full? It depends on the part of the track, of course, but for the build-up, that this tutorial is gonna be mainly about the effects on the build-up, I think we need 2 or even 3 kind of sounds. Okay, I'm not saying samples, I'm saying kind of sounds. The first one is gonna be noise. Okay, noise uplifters. It can be just a sweep up, a crash, and in reverse or things like that. The second one is going to be a synth. You can use a plug, the synth, the leads of your track, something like this. And the third one is going to be something to cover space in the low end. Okay, I like to use sub risers. You can also use a kick, make it go with the snare, for example. But if you use also a sub riser, you're going to cover a lot more space and you're going to give more warmth to the effect and to the build-up. So if you want more kind of this tutorial about how to layer things, just give some likes and leave me in the comment what kind of tutorial you want for the next how to layer tutorial. And with that being said, let's start with it. Okay guys, so here I have different sounds I decided to use for this tutorial. I'm gonna show you them first. Okay, so as you can see, I just 5 samples. This one is a crash that I reversed. Then here we have just a 3x OSC sine wave, okay, to cover space in the sub. And then we have just one preset of a build-up on silent. There was this one, okay, this rhythm. All the time the same, and I didn't want that. Okay, I wanted to make it a bit different, so I decided to just render this synth and take the first note and put the rhythm I wanted. Okay, so now what do we want to do? The first thing I would do is to pitch the things we want to pitch. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna pitch the sub. So we go here, I put it on 24, right click, create automation clip. We go here, and we just make it go up. Okay, I'm gonna move a bit the tension of this curve, 10 for example. And then I'm gonna do the same with this plug, make it go up with the same tension. And as you can see, as it goes up, the sample is making shorter, so we're gonna have some empty spaces. So we don't want that. Just double click and on the mode put a stretch. And it's done. What I would do now is just put all the sounds in the mixer. And now that we have all the sounds in the mixer, now what I would do is just level them, put them in the right volume. And this is just your taste, okay? What you want and what you like. This how I put the volumes, okay? I think it sounds nice now. I'm gonna play from here. Now that we have the volumes at the right spot, what we want to do is pan the things. Put things to the left, put things to the right, put things on the center, more wide things, more narrow things, okay? All these things. So this way you're going to cover all the space, okay? But because you can have all the sounds in the center, but it's not going to sound good. They're going to clash and they're going to fight for the place. So you want to spread all the sounds in the stereo field, okay, to cover all the space. So for example, I want the sub to be in the center, of course. I want this plug thing to be on the center too. I want this flank to be more or less in the center, because in my opinion these 3 sounds are the main ones of this effect. So what I can do is put this to the left, for example on 25% or something like this. I can put this one to the right and the same amount of panning. level them together, so there's no one side louder than the other. Now what I'm gonna do, for example, in this one, I'm gonna make it go left and right super fast. Okay, so it's super easy. You can do it just automating this knob here with Panomatic or something like this, but I'm gonna use Pancake because in my opinion it's a lot easier. I'm gonna put it on 4th. No, even faster, on 1/8. Yeah, 1/16. I'm not gonna make it that hard, maybe like 60. Okay, so it goes left and right. And what I'm gonna do on the first flank now, I want it in the center, but I want it to make it a bit wider. So what I'm gonna use is the dimension expander. You can use other plugins, of course. I'm gonna make it a bit more wider. Okay, so now we are covering all the space. We have sounds to the left, sounds on the right. One sound is moving left and right super fast. Okay, you can be super creative on this. You can use other effects or other things. And now what I would do is just start EQing. Okay, give a space to every sound. Every sound needs to have its space. Okay, so you want some sounds to be on the mids, wants to be on the highs, wants to be in the entire spectrum. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, so I decided to put some parametric EQs on some sounds that it needed to make them sound a bit cleaner. And I realized that in some sounds, when it gets to the end, it makes like a click. Okay, let me take out the effect. Okay, you can hear that click. So what you want to do is reduce a bit of the end, okay, of the sample, put on transient bleeding. And this way it doesn't make that click. For example, this one is making also that click. So what we're gonna do is the same. Okay, double click, transient bleeding, and it doesn't make it now. Okay, so now we have some sounds to the left, sounds to the right. They are EQ'd, they are in the right volume. We have all of this. What do we want to do now? Do the same as you do in all other layer things. Okay, just make one bus and put all the sounds in that bus to treat them together. So you choose all of them. To do this, just Control Shift and left click. Right click here and root to this track only. So now we have this bus. I'm gonna create group. I'll call it effect. And here what I want to do is just start tweaking all the sounds together. So I'm gonna load first an EQ. I'm gonna reduce a bit here. Now what I will do is add a Leo delay to make this sound a bit bigger. Okay, what you do is right click here, set on 2. Reduce a bit the cut of the feedback. And I'm making that loud. And now what I will do is just add some reverb. Remember to take out a bit of the lows, okay, with this low cut, because this way you don't add reverb on the mid lows and it doesn't make it sound muddy. Okay, and more decay, like 3.5. I like my effects. Okay, and what I will do now here, I would automate the reverb. Okay, so as it goes up with the track, okay, with the build up, I'm making the effects more wet. Okay, I'm making the wetter, so they're like pushing to the background and giving more reverb to the entire track with the same tension. And then what I do is just put it back before the drop. Maybe another EQ to reduce a bit that mid-low area that is making it muddy. Okay, and now we have to compress them and make them glue together. Okay, so I would just load the deglue with just a preset. Okay, smooth strings. And finally, I just like to cut a bit of the peaks. Okay, something like this. So at this point, we have our unique and full effect. Okay, as I said, sometimes we have things on the left, things on the right, things moving. We have different kind of sounds. Okay, we have this plug going up. We have a sub riser. Sorry, we have the uplifters, the noise ones. So now, what we want to do is just mix it with the track. So to mix it with the track, you want to do two things. The first one is just EQ, okay, because of course this is gonna be together with the vocal, with the leads, with the percussions and all these things. So for example, let's say that you put it and you say, okay, it's fighting a bit for the place with the snares, so reduce a bit here. is fighting with the vocal, reduce a bit here. And if at the end you have an EQ something like this, it doesn't really matter. Okay, don't worry, because the effects are just there to cover the space, that the other things are not covering, and to give energy. And if you need to do a crazy EQ like this to give a space to the main important things, just do it, because this is not really the main important thing. And the last thing I like to do is just this plugin. I think it's free. I don't remember. I don't know. I did a long time ago. It's called MSED, and what you can do here is reduce a bit the mid section and or the side section of the sound. Okay, so as I said, the effects are not the main important thing, and you have other things in the center. So it's good to reduce 1 dB or 1 dB and a half of the mid signal of the effect, because this way you're giving more space on the center for all the main important things. So nothing else. This is how I create my uplifting effects. Remember to use enough effects, okay, not just one noise, not just one riser, because it's not gonna sound full. Sometimes it can work, of course, I'm not saying that, just try different things. But remember to have sounds on the sides, sounds on the center, sounds that covers the lows, the highs, sounds moving, okay? For in this case, for example, I decided to use one that goes left and right super fast. But you can also automate the volume of the entire bus, okay, and go down and up super fast to give I don't know, like a gate effect, for example. If you have other tips to create riser effects, I would like you to leave down them in the comments, okay? And like, hey, I use this distortion plugin to make them sound a bit fatter, I use this to make it move, or whatever, okay? And remember also to put down in the comments another how to layer tutorial. And nothing else, just give some likes to support me. I appreciate this a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss any tutorial, and see you in the next video.